Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire.
In a bustling market square in a small town, there stood a food stall adorned with colorful banners proclaiming the arrival of the world's hottest chili pepper challenge. Curious onlookers gathered around as contestants from far and wide stepped forward to test their tolerance for heat. Among them was Jake, a self-proclaimed spice enthusiast with a reputation for fearlessness in the face of fiery foods. With a cocky grin, he eagerly accepted the challenge and prepared to devour the infamous Carolina Reaper pepper, known for its blistering heat and intense flavor. As Jake bit into the pepper, a wave of searing pain engulfed his mouth, sending him reeling in agony. The crowd watched in horror as his face contorted into a grimace, his eyes watering, and sweat pouring down his brow. But Jake was determined to prove his mettle. Ignoring the protests of bystanders, he forced himself to chew and swallow the fiery pepper, each swallow feeling like molten lava coursing down his throat. As the heat intensified, Jake's body began to rebel. His stomach churned ominously, and a wave of nausea washed over him. Desperate for relief, he reached for a glass of milk, the traditional antidote to spicy foods, but it was too late. With a sudden lurch, Jake doubled over in pain, clutching his stomach as if it were about to burst. The crowd gasped in horror as he collapsed to the ground, writhing in agony, his face twisted in a mask of torment. Paramedics rushed to Jake's side, administering first aid and attempting to cool the inferno raging within his body. But the damage was done. Jake was rushed to the hospital, where doctors battled to save his life as the potent capsaicin from the Carolina Reaper wreaked havoc on his system. Hours passed like an eternity as Jake hovered between life and death, his fate hanging in the balance. Miraculously, he eventually stabilized, but the experience had left him scarred both physically and emotionally. As he lay recovering in his hospital bed, Jake reflected on the folly of his bravado. He had underestimated the power of the world's hottest chili pepper and paid the price for his hubris. From that day forward, he swore off spicy foods forever, content to leave the fiery food challenges to braver souls.